When we talk to our kids about homosexuality, I think we need to help them understand that sexual brokenness is not confined to homosexuality, that there's this larger picture of sexual brokenness, whether you're heterosexual or homosexual. And so that's where the conversation begins, that there's a sexual brokenness that results in all kinds of brokenness, pornography, hookup, homosexuality. But then within that, I think we talk specifically about homosexuality, and we help our kids resist a false view of love. How do you engage with that friend at school who has come out as gay? Well, resist the culture's false view of love, which says you have to, in order to love someone, you have to accept everything about them. Not just who they are, but all of their behaviors and all of their ideas. And that's just not a biblical view of love. And so we want to help them see that love, true love, is not just mere acceptance, but it's also a commitment to the greater good of someone. And so what's required in that is also truth. In fact, one of the best ways to love somebody is to tell them the truth or to warn them of danger. And so I think before our kids engage in this conversation in the larger culture, they've got to know what love is and what that requires, and that the biblical view of love includes grace and kindness and warmth, all of which we want to show to everyone, but it also includes times where we share the truth. And I think when we do that, we model Jesus, who came in truth and grace. Now, I think what we have to also do is prepare our kids to be, I don't want to say overly gracious, but I do want to say overly gracious. I want this conversation to be led with love and grace before I ever get to the truth. Because we know that people are sexually broken, they're hurt, and they're wounded. And so they're not going to be responsive to the truth right off the bat. And unfortunately, a lot of times Christians lead with the truth and then try and come in with grace afterwards. No, we've got to lead with grace on this issue of sexual orientation and start there with love, grace, compassion, friendship, and then within that context, where someone knows you're committed to them in love, then you can slowly speak truth. But always remember that in the conversation about homosexuality or any kind of sexual brokenness, the primary problem is not the sexual brokenness. The primary problem is spiritual brokenness. So I'm not looking for conversations about homosexuality primarily. I'm looking for conversations about Jesus. He's the primary need.